Avoir. Okay, everybody, welcome back to another episode of FitPet Boston Talks. My name is Leah Lodato, and I am the host of the show. Today, I am joined by my spouse, Laurie.
Hello.
And we are finishing up 2023 strong. I have been releasing an episode every Friday for the months of November and December. So if you are on that schedule with us, thank you so much for following along. If you are new to the show, welcome. Thank you for your listening ear. Laurie and I are dog trainers and dog handlers. We work in the greater Boston area. Primarily, I am a dog walker. So Monday through Friday, I am walking dogs either in the woods or doing neighborhood walks, and I very much enjoy that. So that's where we are coming from. Laurie's a dog trainer. We also train our own personal dogs, of which we have 3, and a variety of different activities and dog sports. So this podcast tends to be pretty doggy, but we try to speak to average everyday pet owners as well, just to give you some tips on how to build a better relationship with your dog and connect with our own clients, connect with people that have been on the show in the past, and connect with other dog trainers and handlers in the area. So that's what we're all about here. If you celebrate Christmas, we hope you had a very Merry Christmas. We're heading into the
Hanukkah.
We're heading into the new year on Monday, if you're listening to this on Friday. And Laurie and I wanted to address a couple of things. Firstly, we'd like to do a reading from the Woburn residence page.
Oh, should we say the town?
Yeah, absolutely.
The depths of social media.
So,
not yet.
If you are on Facebook,
Uh-oh.
You probably know that in the town in which you reside, they have a residence page where all the residents can go and talk about
coyotes.
Their woes. Yeah. Primarily a spot for coyote talk.
Fireworks.
And fireworks. Loose dogs. And
general irritation.
General irritation in whatever town or city you find yourself in. So we thought we'd do a reading from one of the posts from today. So without any further ado, Laurie, take it away.
Here we go. I will say that the person that wrote this was a male.
Okay.
Let me start by saying this is my fault. I misread the dog's and the girl's abilities as a dog handler. As I was crossing Chestnut Street at Main Street, a young lady was turning off Main onto Chestnut with 2 pit bull / mongrel dogs on leash. Both dogs were wagging their tails, and I said hi. The girl turned toward me and stopped walking, so I took that as an invite to socialize. Isn't that nice? After petting one, I moved to the second when the first latched onto my jacket and turned aggressive. Then the second pup followed the first dog's lead and showed aggression, although it never made contact. I was not bitten, but my jacket unfortunately didn't survive the ordeal. Like I said, my fault. I misjudged both the dog's body language and the girl's abilities as a dog handler. My message here is if you are walking in this neighborhood and these dogs, one black, one brown, cross your path, give them space. The walker may not be much help controlling her dogs. End
of the story. All right. So that we're not going to read the comments in that post because, as you can imagine, it's just a crap storm.
It was.
But let's hear some of your thoughts, Laurie, on that situation. Not too much pausing. I don't have time to edit.
Gotta go. To tell you, what's your opinion on it?
The guy's an idiot.
I know. And then I love how he said he had said this. See, in the comments, I read more comments, and he had said hi doggies, and the girl had stopped. So when he says the girl turned toward me, stopped walking, so I took that as an invite. And so my first thought was, did ya?
Yeah.
Did ya now? Mm-hmm. And I got to tell you, like these days, I don't know, some old guy walking up to a young girl with 2 dogs. I don't know. Like, just don't invite yourself. He could have just moved on.
Yeah.
And then he starts off by saying, this is not my fault. And then he goes on to say why it was the girl's fault.
Right.
And blaming her abilities as a dog handler. And who's to say this guy didn't walk up saying, dogs love me. Let me say hi.
Never heard that before.
Oh, God. I'm sure all of that happened. You know.
Yep.
Yeah. The comments range all over to the place, to calling the dog an idiot, to saying that the dogs need to be impounded for the rest of their life. I'm blown away.
Yeah, it's really tough. You know, I had a situation where it was not similar to this situation, but I was walking in Salem with a good friend of mine, and we were walking along. The streets are narrow. The houses are really close to the street. Oftentimes there's not much space between the driveway and the sidewalk. And it was just bad serendipity where we were walking, and right as we hit the corner of a driveway, this woman with 2 pits came and met us in our path. And my friend, startled, she just went, oh. And the dogs attacked her, both of them. And like, she had to go to the hospital. It was a really bad situation. And again, it was just like wrong place, wrong time. But my friend also didn't make any efforts to engage with the dogs. You know what I mean? Like, she was startled, so it cued the dogs in. This situation, the guy goes up to the dogs and reads the woman's body language instead of communicating with her verbally, saying, hey, is it okay if I pet your dogs? And that is, I mean, if a woman is walking in a mall and turns towards you and stops, do you take that as an invitation to go up to her and say hi? Like, no, I don't. I think I'd be like looking behind me like, oh, is this lady looking at something behind me? Like, this person is a complete stranger. We have absolutely no reason to interact with one another. Like, people are just so effing weird that I don't, it was absolutely his fault. At the same time, if I had 2 dogs and I knew they were human aggressive, I probably would have them on muzzles if I was out walking in Woburn, because there are a lot of people walking around. It's not like a rural neighborhood. But yeah, the guy's jacket definitely did not make it. Somebody just said in the comments, I'm sorry about your coat.
I'm sorry for your coat. Yeah. But everybody made the same point later on after I was reading it. Why even invite yourself into the situation, or him taking it as an invite? And, you know, the writer did say, I've worked with animals forever.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, with that statement, that this guy
I'm a dog person.
Yeah, he was in it. He was in it to win it.
Yeah.
So there you are. Mind your business.
Yeah, if you're listening and you have done something like this before, like, I get it. I think that in today's culture, if you're not part of the dog community, or if you have never owned an aggressive dog, you might not understand the importance of keeping your distance. So if you're listening to this and you're thinking to yourself, damn, I've done that before with somebody's dog, don't feel bad about it. Just learn from this guy's mistake. If you see dogs out in public, you don't have to say hi to them. You don't know what their potential is, even if they look like a fluffy golden doodle. Like, we have to make better effort to just like mind our own business and keep our hands to ourselves with dogs that we don't know, and strangers that are out in public. We don't know them, and we don't know what they're capable of or what their dogs are capable of. So let's just all keep our distance. I want to say
COVID distance.
COVID distance.
Everyone's getting that again.
6 feet would be great, actually,
style.
between me and anybody else when I am handling a dog. I was walking Smokey the other day.
Smoke show.
And we were by the Whole Foods.
He's a mongrel.
He is a mongrel, too. We were by the Whole Foods in Medford, and this dude with an older dog was passing by, and him and his spouse, wife, whatever, they said to me, oh, like, my dog's so friendly. And I said, oh, it's okay. Like, I'd rather not say hi. And the guy was like, no, he's really, really good with other dogs. And by this time, Smokey is like lit up. And I'm like, fudge. Because I had him under a good control and keeping our distance. And
fudge.
He's a good boy. But I was like, no, I'd really rather not. And the guy was like, oh, well, that's just too bad.
Oh.
And his wife said, like, had the same look on her face, like, oh, that's just so disappointing. I'm like, for who? Who is that disappointing for?
Yeah. If that's disappointing, I have a few stories and 2023 I can tell them about. It's
And
not disappointing.
I was just like, I mean, I was this close to just like freaking out, but I was like, whatever, kept walking. But people are so strange, and the dog culture is really strange. And I think a lot of it comes from like neighborhood people getting together at a field in the mornings, just letting their dogs go crazy with each other and having a very dog parky vibe. And not all dogs can do that. Not all dogs can handle that. So if you have a dog that's like that, great. But please respect the fact that not all dogs can and want to meet one another.
Or they want to meet you. Nobody likes you. No one likes you.
Oh, jeez.
Leah's taking a swig of that salsa.
So, wanted to talk about, drum roll please,
Christmas puppies!
Christmas puppies. Did you get a little bundle of joy under the tree this year?
The most wonderful time of the year.
Okay, so if you got a puppy for Christmas, congratulations. If you gave a puppy for Christmas, I hope that this will make you think. And if you ever are in the market to give a puppy as a gift for Christmas, if you're thinking about doing that, this episode and this content is for you.
Oh.
So, Laurie, hit it.
Okay. If I have to speak quickly, Leah doesn't want to edit this. Well, I think that if you're going to get somebody a puppy for Christmas, it should be a long time planning. You know, December 1st, don't go, oh my God, I'm going to get him a puppy. Whoever it is, your mother, your girlfriend, your wife, whoever, it needs to be a long thought out decision. Don't just go to your first, do some research where you're going to get the dog. That would be great. If you're going to adopt one, again, that takes time. Just to adopt a dog, you have to have, my friend recently is looking to adopt a dog, and she had to fill out many a form, and she also had to call a vet and ask them if they would say to the rescue, yes, we will take her on as a new customer, new patient, the dog, not her. And so those things take time. So if you need to do that, whether you're rescuing or whatever, there's a lot of planning that goes into giving somebody a puppy. You need to get the proper things. And the least you should get is a crate, stainless steel bowls, the food that the dog eats, leash, collar. There's things to buy. This cannot be a last minute decision. Mm-hmm. Anywho.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So basically not a last minute decision so that people can prepare, and then ask yourself, has the person that you're the recipient of the gift, have they expressed an interest in truly wanting a dog? And consider the point in their life. So an example that I run by all the time is sons and daughters will get their parents a dog. Most of the time, it's one parent that's left. They get the dog because the parent has just lost their dog and they're alone, or they lost their spouse and then they get a dog. All of these parents, these older people who are in their 70s, call me and they say, I have this puppy and I don't know what to do. I don't remember it being so difficult with my old dog Rover, who died at the tender age of 15 from a myriad of
old age
health problems. And now they have this young puppy who is just kicking their ass. And where are the kids? They're dropping their kids off at Nana's house. And now Nana has a brand new puppy. And now the puppy's eating the children, taking their socks, pulling at their pajamas, all this stuff. So the parents are really overwhelmed because now they're a nanny they've always been a nanny to the kids and the grandkids. And now they have a brand new puppy. There's nothing wrong with adopting an older dog if that's the route you want to go, especially if these people have mobility issues, which is always the case. Some of these parents are fall risks. I get so nervous. So,
well, and you also have to think like, okay, if I make it, if we all make it, if I make it, and to be 74, 75 years old, you will find me with a Shih Tzu.
Oh.
Yep.
Really?
Well, I love those dogs. They're so smart. They're easy to train. You'll find me with one. But let's say you're 74 years old and you get a Shih Tzu that lives to be, how old is Carol's dog? 14?
Romeo?
Yeah.
I think he's 14.
Okay. Am I going to live to be 88 years old? If I get a dog when I'm 74?
Where are you going to put that fella?
Yeah. What if that's something that, I mean, we have a few customers right now who were extremely mobile when they got their dog, and now it's like a completely different story. So thinking down the road, if like you're okay with helping your parents out with a dog, if you get them a dog and like 10 years down the road, you have to take that dog in because your parent is unable to take care of them. You have to consider that when you're, when your parents get a dog, especially if you gift them one for Christmas, right? I think the other issue is parents of young children getting a puppy for Christmas for the family. And one of the things that I think would be amazing is if the parents not only presented the puppy as a gift, but also wrapped up all of the other accessories that that puppy needs in order to be successful. So you have a crate, wrap it up, put it under the tree. You have the leash and the collar, wrap them up, put them under the tree. You have their dog food. Maybe you call up a trainer and you get a training package, or you go to puppy class, stick that in an envelope and stick it on the tree like a gift card. So your kids are not only opening the puppy, you're not only presenting this bundle of joy, but they're also opening up all of the other stuff, and it gives you as a parent the opportunity to express the necessity of a crate, the importance of feeding a dog.
Responsibility.
Responsibility. So it's not just like, hey, let's pass around the puppy and kiss it and hug it and, show it all of this love and let it sleep in our bed. So there's a lot that comes along with it. And one of the things that Laurie has always said is either the mother or the person who is going to be home the most with the puppy needs to be in love with the idea of having a puppy. So in a lot of cases for us and our clients, it is the mom who ends up taking care of the dog the most. So if you're a couple, you really have to look at, yes, your kids are probably going to help out, but is one of you more interested in taking care of that pup, and of the person and is the person who is most interested in taking care of the pup, are they going to be actually home with the dog the most? Does that make sense? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think your Christmas spirit needs to last a long time. I think that if you buy the gift for that person, that you should be involved in taking care of that dog, because you know the person and you're close enough to them that you gave them such a gift, a living thing that they need to keep alive, take care of, train every day. I mean, it's like you're getting them another kid. So if you're that close, then you have to get off your ass and you got to help them too. You can't just go and, you get your girlfriend or your wife or whatever, a dog. You got to help them. There's going to be time, especially when they're puppies and they have to go out so often. You can't be inconvenienced. You have to know that the puppy's going to be crying in the crate and they have to get used to it. You got to put them in the other room. It's a thing. It's a marriage for the dog. Mm-hmm. So it's a big responsibility, folks. Like I said, that Christmas spirit has to last all year long.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I would never buy you a dog, Leah. Do you know what I'm saying? I would never be like, look, honey, here. I don't know. No. You're going to love this one. No.
Well, for us, it has to be a joint decision.
Yeah.
It can't just be like, I don't even have like a favorite breeder. If I could get a dog from this person, it would make my entire life special. Like, no. I freaking love my dogs, and they all came to us very uniquely.
But you would want to be part of the picking.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not like I, pine over a breeding program or a breed, and I'm like, no, I'm not at that point in my life where that's even an issue. And we have to make the decision together because we're both taking care of the dog together, Well,
I just heard we're getting a Shih Tzu. I had no idea.
Yeah, in like 30 years, 40 years, 70.
We all know I need time to adjust.
Can't just spring.
Can't just spring this. I need a 30-year time frame.
Anyway, well, we just wanted to pump out this little episode, bookend the year 2023, end on a positive note. Really appreciate your listening ear. If you're interested in what you're hearing, please like, subscribe, and share the podcast. Helps very much if you throw it up on your Instagram story. If you listen on Spotify, they make it so easy to put it on your Instagram story and let your friends know of our... That's okay.
Sorry.
Of our little podcasting project. I am going to continue. I have a few more topics for weekly episodes into the new year, and we'll see how long it lasts that I'm able to keep up with the cadence of one episode a week.
We are going to.
Oh, we are? Okay.
Are we?
I mean, I'd like to do a few interviews for 2024, so yeah, get back on that
some people.
wagon. Yeah, we have some people and can make the time. So, anywho, I hope everybody has an absolutely wonderful new year. Thank you so much for listening.
Be
and
safe.
We'll
Be
see
happy.
you next time.
Bye-bye.